Hey, what's going on, y'all? My name is Tom Mizzle. You're watching my channel, Mizzle 14, and I'm here doing a review of The 4 Battle for Stardom, Season 2, Episode 5, Week 5. We got 3 more weeks left before they announce the winner. So, let's get down to it. So, next week will be the last week of challenges, and then the week after that, it will be a comeback week where all the past eliminated 4 contestants who was in the chair and got eliminated, they can have a chance to come back to redeem themselves. And then the last week, the 3rd week, will be the finale where they pick the winner. Last year, Evie won, and we finally get the chance to see the update of her, because I was like, what the hell is with Evie? Like, she won, we hear nothing from her yet, no new single, no new songs, nothing. Like, what's the progress? So they showed a flashback of the 4 members meeting Evie at the studio, and she was working on some music and stuff, and she gave them some advice, how she was when she did that, how she felt and everything, and how's everything going on now. And I said that was beautiful. Now we got update on Evie, and she said she's working with all 3 of them, Mega Trainer, DJ Khaled, and Diddy, to getting this album together. And she said she came in one day with session with Diddy, and she saw Snoop Dogg there, and she's like, oh my gosh. I said that's nice. So she got connections. The 4, remember the 4 is Allie, Jesse, James, and Sheree. Now they had the opening number. It was nice that Sheree opened the number, because every time they did the freaking opening scene as a group, Sheree never opens. It was always somebody singing, and then she comes in her rap, and it was other singing. So it's glad that they opened her with the rap, and then they had the singers comes in. And it was a nice opening number, and I was like, Sheree's outfit was looking nice. She looking nice with the black and red and the headpiece. Y'all know I like Sheree. Sheree is good. She's a powerhouse. Her and James is both as good, but I like Sheree more. And because she kills it, she brings it every time she performs. And she goes hard 100%. She doesn't slack off. Even though with that freaking hoarse voice and the cracked voice she had last week, she still went hard and Battle of the Guys still won. So, like I said, she looked good. Here come the challenges now. The first challenger of the week of this week was Dylan Jacob. He was a young boy. He hip hop artist. He did Flavor in Your Ear by Craig Mack, and he was good. To be so young, he had bars, he had flow, he had good energy, he worked the crowd, worked the stage, and he basically was letting the fire on Sheree, because he know how hip-hop artists are. They go after the person they trying to battle with, and like size them up, like scare them off or get them hyped, and he was doing that. He said, boy, Dylan, you don't know Sheree. You put this fire on Sheree, she gonna come back hard. And that's what she did. Like, so I was like, he did good, because I know they was gonna vote him to go through the challenge. I said, yeah, he gonna get a yes, because he was so good. And for him to be so young like this, as he develop and when he get older and continue to develop his craft, he will be a force to reckon with. He was very impressive, I would say. So he was going after Sheree's then the judges said he was good. They all gave him yeses. And so he was the first challenger of the night to challenge someone. And of course, it was obvious he was going to pick Sheree. And Sheree looked like she was happy she got picked, but she had that look like she going to murder this motherfucking Dylan. And that's exactly what Sheree did. Sheree did She's a Bitch by Missy Elliot. You know that song back in the days got everybody hyped. What? I was like, oh, she's a bitch, wanna say my name. It was like, yo, that song was hot. I gotta download that song again. And somebody said this was her best performance, and I agree. This was her best performance of the whole season so far that she did. She killed it. She did her bars, because every song she does, she flows her own words. She writes her own words on her lyrics. And she came hard. She came hard as a motherfucker. Like, he lit that match, and she went for it. Like, it was burning her, and she took it there. And the fact that she continued on and gave it 100% the beginning and the end of the performance. And what got me when she broke down and did a dance number at the end of her song, and lay with the pose, I said, go ahead, bitch. You killed that shit, Sheree. And I was so excited that she did that. And so she came hard. She went hard, and I said it was no doubt she was going to win. Dylan came. He did his song. He did That Cheese, but I think it was by him because it had his name next to the word song. And he was a good sport. He did give her one for money. Like, he did a good job. His flow, his lyrics was good. And but Sheree murdered him. Hands down, Sheree murdered Dylan, and it was no doubt that she was gonna win. So when it came to the audience shows, Sheree won, and she locked her seat for the week, so she cannot be challenged again. And I said, yo, I'm not gonna lie, Sheree gonna make it to the end. She gonna make it to the end, and I might say she might win. She may win. I don't know. She may win because out of all the performances and out of everybody, she's been there with James since week 1. Every challenge that she had, she came hard, and she always approving, always doing something different. Like, I'm always entertained by Sheree, and she's a fighter, a really good fighter. And we need other female hip hop artists. We don't have a lot. We got Nicki and we got Cardi. Sheree could join the fray and give them a challenge, give them one for their money. So I think we're gonna need somebody else. Like, we have too many singers, R&B and pop singers. Sheree could be it, and I think Sheree could win. That's my pick. I think Sheree could win. But unless somebody come and knock Sheree off the seat, which I don't see happening, because we got one more week left, and there's no hip hop artist or anybody could really top Sheree. Sheree gonna make it to the end. She gonna be one of the finalists. I guarantee that. Now, the next challenger was Jade Milan. Jade Milan did Bruno Mars, Grenade by Bruno Mars. And I will say, she has a good voice. Her voice was good. She sounded okay. But I wasn't feeling it as much. I wasn't feeling the song. I don't think she went for it. I don't think she went further than she supposed to go for that song. She could have did more with that song, and she didn't. She kept it safe, and I don't believe. If I was a judge, I would give her a no, and that's exactly what happened. She got all no's, and she was like devastated about it, and she felt like she should deserve the second chance. She said, "You give me a second chance, I'll prove to you." I said, "No, this is season 2. You should not. You need to come hard or go home." And I don't think she went hard, and she faltered. And I was like, ugh. So I said, "Girl, you're not going home. You going home. You're not getting that chair. You can't challenge. You're not gonna challenge anybody." So she got voted off, and I wasn't feeling it. The next person we got is Ronnie Smith. Ronnie Smith, he does R&B, and he did "You Don't Have to Call" by Usher. All right, it was cool, but the performance did not move me at all. It did not move me. It did not work me. It did not give me hype. And I think one of the judges, I think Diddy also said that too. Like, it feel like, I don't know. I don't think he deserved a second chance. They pushed him through to see if he could challenge one of the 4. But I was like, did y'all say the people gotta go hard or they going home? I don't think Ronnie Smith Jr. went hard for me. It was a joke to me. And I believe that they gave him a chance. They want to see how he go do for the second time. And don't get me wrong, he did better the second performance than his first performance. But at the same time, that first performance did not nail me. It did not convince me that he should have moved on. So he should have been the second person going home. But he was able to challenge. And he challenged James. Now y'all know James is a powerhouse voice. He's a powerhouse voice. And I like James. I like James a lot, but I like Sheree better. and James has the voice. It is, but we have a lot of R&B good voice artists out there, and so he challenged James, and I said it was obvious he was gonna challenge James. I mean, he could have went for Ali, but he wanted to go to another guy, and he wasn't going against Jesse. That was a different genre. So I said let him go against James. James did "On Bended Knee" by Boyz II Men. He was good. He did the song good, but to me personally, something was off, and I think Diddy pulled it out. I don't think he went all in with the song, and I think Diddy agreed with me too. And Diddy said that he could have done better if something off with it. He could have went more with the song. It was obvious he was gonna go down his knees, but he could have did more with the song, took it out there, make us feel it, and that's exactly how I felt. I didn't really feel it. I just know that he had the voice, and he was resting on his voice. It's like, yes, you got the voice, but for the song like that, you gotta move us. You gotta show us that you're on bended knee. Like you wanna get the girl in your life. You want her to show. You want her to know that you are serious. And it didn't feel me. And like I said, Ronnie Smith Jr. he did "Let Me Love You" by Mario, and it was a better performance. But to me, he would have never got that far if I was a judge. He would have got a no, because I didn't feel it. I really didn't feel it. But the judges want to give him a chance, gave him a chance. But James, it was no competition. James blew him off the park. But at the same time, I feel like it was off with James' performance. But he did a good voice. It sounded good. It was a horrible song. He didn't do horrible. It's just that I didn't feel like he didn't went farther with the song like he could have did. Like how Sheree went hard when she performed, I don't think James went hard when he performed. He knew that he had the voice and he was gonna knock Ronnie Smith out the park. But I said that was no brainer because Ronnie Smith was not good enough to balance any of the four. They would have blown him away. So that was a waste of challenge to me. Next we got Noah Barles, right? Noah was different as any other challenge, because you know most challenges come in confident, hype, strong. Some was arrogant. They knew they got this in the bag, even though they didn't make it. Some was okay, but he was different. Is that he was nervous? You could tell he was nervous. He was shy. He was timid because he said he haven't performed in a big stage like this before. He always did little things, so this would make him nervous. But when he sang, he did "The Middle" by Zedd, Maren Morris, and Gray. He had a good voice, and his range was out the world. He went. I hate some parts of the song. He went up there like he did different ranges of the song in that little note. And I said, "Wow, he's powerful." If only he matched that stage presence with that voice, he could be a powerhouse. He needs to get some lessons from Sheree or somebody because he could do better with that. And I believe he could knock James. With that voice, he could go toe to toe with James. But James had that presence that Noah don't have, and that would make James win over him. But he didn't battle James because James couldn't get battled anymore. Because James won the round with Ronnie, and he locked his seat, so he can't get challenged anymore. So Sheree and James is on to the next week. Like I said, he did command the stage. He was nervous, but somehow the audience gravitated to him. It was something about Noah that made him so likable. And I guess people, and then also when he had the voice to match his, his personality, the likability of the audience, his charisma, his unique personality, that he was different. And he be who he are, basically. So they gave him all yeses because they want to see how he is for the next one. I agree. I would give him a yes. I mean, even though he was a little timid and stuff, he did a good job with the song. And he battled Jesse. And now this was I said last time. I said, Jesse, if you keep relying on that same trick, you was not gonna go far. You will get eliminated. And I was right because Jesse in the freaking preparing, he was like, I know Diddy said I need to change a little bit here, but I'm gonna stay true to myself. Yes, you can stay true to your rock and roll style, but you have to change it up. It's different levels of rock and roll. You don't have to always growl, always growling. It's like it's not good for every song you pick. So he did Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. It's the same old style, the same old thing he does, the same old growl. It wasn't moving me. It didn't move the judges that much. I mean, he did have the voice. He did show a little something different. He did softer side, but he still had that growl antics that it was going with the song. And I wasn't liking it. I was not feeling it. I said, Jesse has to go. Jesse has to go. And so, Noah did Who You Are by Jesse James. It was a good, perfect song for him because at the message of the song, stay who you are, be true who you are. And Noah stayed true who you are. And he sung that song. I think the second time, Who You Are was better than he did when he did the middle. And it was a better performance. Wow. But he could have done better. Both Jesse and freaking Noah performances was okay, but they could have went over the top with it. And it was just lackluster a little bit. But as my pick, I would have picked Noah over Jesse, and that's what happened. The audience liked Noah. They connected with him, so that's what he won. And I guess the audience started not liking Jesse because they just connected with him because it kept doing the same thing. They was hearing that. I said, come on, do something different. So Noah became the newest member of the four, and now his seat got locked, and he couldn't get challenged anymore. So the last person to get challenged is Allie. So the last challenger of the night was Kateri Bluefur. Kateri was a gospel singer. She raised up doing gospel, so that's what she came in to do. And I said it was other people that did gospel that said they was in a gospel background and didn't do gospel. Well, if you did gospel, maybe that would have made you go further and push you through. But you went the R&B route and stuff like that, and be cliche with your performances and didn't go further. But Kateri did gospel. She did I'm Getting Ready by Tasha Cobbs, and she did good. She went out for the song. I felt her vibe. I felt her willing to fight, and she did. And they said, she asked Allie, do you want to battle? Allie said, if you sure want to battle, let's battle. So they went to battle. They gave her all yeses to battle, and it was obvious Allie because she was the last one to get picked. And Allie did Somebody's Love You by Patti LaBelle. Now Allie told us that when she learned last week, because she beat Whitney. She beat Whitney. The group members wasn't like really connected with her or wasn't vibing with her because she was the newest one. So all this little thing, and I don't know if y'all seen it, Allie was not even paying them any mind. Like she was giving them that guy. She was like a little bit nervous because the girl Kateri was giving her the one for money. So it was like she was trying to be focused and nervous to see if she could win or not. So when James was doing this to her, like she did a good job or something like that, she was not paying attention. She was giving like this. Was not paying him anymore. I said, oh, pay you dust. Did the same thing to her, so she's doing the same thing to you. And Allie did Somebody Love You by Patti LaBelle. She did a good job. She sang that song. The note was on point. She really did. She made command in that song. And Kateri did Because You Love Me by Celine Dion. She did great. She did the song well, justice. It moved me. It was neck to neck battle. She fighting. She was fighting. They both fought. It was a good thing. But Allie's feel like I think Allie was ready to fight for her seat, and she really went all out. And she was very focused in the song. And Kateri did a good job too. So it was close to neck to neck. And then when we come to find out, it comes to the audience, Allie won and she locked her seat. So the new four members are Noah, James, Allie, and Sheraya. Once again, next week is the last week of challenges. Then we're gonna have the comeback season, and then we're gonna have the comeback week, and then we're gonna have the finale. Like I said, I know Sheree gonna make it to the end. James make it to the end too, if nobody block or knock him off next week. I wish somebody do knock him off. I mean, I like James, but Sheree is my girl. Sheree gonna make it to the finals, and I think Sheree gonna win. I want her to win. She needs to be the winner. We need another female hip hop artist, a good one. That's it for this episode. Hope you this review. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Once again, my name is Tom Mizu. My channel is Mr. 14, and I'll talk to you a little later for next week. Peace.